certification remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling. It's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back. We elevate every space.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealership.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
The best part about working working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
Now, the PSP Network is on the air tonight from Steele, North Dakota. They got the band playing. It's homecoming. They had the parade down Main Street today. Had a nice little tailgate going on earlier today, and now we are set for a beautiful night of football here, and we couldn't be more excited to bring you tonight Napoleon-G-S or the Imperials at 3-1, and they are in Steele, North Dakota tonight to take on the Kidder County Wolves at 0-4. Hi again, football fans. Todd Domrey's joining you from the Crow's Nest tonight. Man, a beautiful night for football. Light wind out of the south and about 70 degrees is going to be our game time temperature. And two Region 8 nine-man foes will tangle tonight. And it's been a series that all time Napoleon leads 29-13. This goes back to 1975. They've been playing longer than that, but that's how far the records go back. 26-9 Napoleon is versus Steele Dawson, and 3-4 since it became the Kidder County Wolves. Kidder County has won 4 and lost 3 against these Napoleon-G-S Imperials. Kidder County's won 2 straight, including last year on September 15th. 42 buff. The Wolves shut out the Imperials, and Kidder County has won 2 straight. Last Napoleon win in this matchup was in 2021 when the Imperials got the best of the Wolves 36-6. As let's jump right into the standings in Region 8, and there's going to be a picture here that you're going to get painted that this region is tough. And you don't have to look too far that you got undefeateds. 3 of them, as a matter of fact, at the top. Linton HMB, South Border, and Central McLean all in the statewide poll. That's the numbers on your right there. Number 5, number 4, and receiving votes are Central McLean. New Salem Elmont lost last week to Linton HMB. They're still receiving votes in the poll. So, folks, you got 8 regions in North Dakota 9-man football, and there's the top 5 in the poll and 2 teams receiving votes, 2 of them in the top 5, 2 of them receiving votes just in this region. So, head coach Kelly McCleary in his 17th season at Napoleon, he says, every night in our region there's 4 or 5 games that are just battles. And so that's exactly what's going on tonight. We'll be tracking a few of them on our BNC National Bank scoreboard as you got a real good matchup. South Border and Linton HMB down the highway at Linton tonight, and New Salem Elmont is at Central McLean. We'll be tracking those on your BNC National Bank scoreboard tonight. It's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. No appointment needed. Stay in your car for a drive-through oil change. We know you're busy. Visit our service center. No time is wasted. Our technicians can typically perform an oil change in about 15 minutes. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find them online at VIOC.com. Napoleon will be the team in the white tonight. Kidder County in the home blacks. And our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show rolls on after this timeout on the PSP Network.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone.
It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
And there you see the captains out at center field, midfield stripe, and Kidder County won the toss. They'll defer, and so it looks like Napoleon-G-S will have the football first. It's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, locations in Minot and Bismarck. 15 minutes they'll take care of in a service center. Technicians perform an oil change in a drive-through fashion. Find them online at VIOC.com. Now we'll take that flag down after the national anthem. That baby's right in our view from the crow's nest here at at Kidder County, beg your pardon, as the Napoleon-G-S Imperials come in 3-1 on the season. Napoleon defeated Beach, Hettinger Scranton, and Richardson Taylor before losing their last game to South Border 28-14. So Napoleon-G-S off to a nice 3-1 start again for their head coach Kelly McCleary. And Kidder County has lost 4 straight, man, but there's just been little things that have been hounding the Wolves here. Hettinger County defeated Kidder County 40-28. Then the Wolves lost to Beach 40-8. And then Hettinger Scranton clipped Kidder County 50-30. And last week, ranked Central McLean team took down Kidder County on the road 56-22. So that's how these two teams got to their respective 0-4 and 3-1 marks. It's two teams that are going to try to get back to the playoffs. It's been since 2022 that Kidder County's been in the 9-man playoffs when they were ousted in the first round by Mott Region. A year before that is the last time Napoleon-G-S was in the playoffs, when they lost in the first round as well to Mott Regent. That was in 2021. So been a couple-year drought for Kidder County, been about a 3-year drought for Napoleon-G-S, and it's two teams that they got a proud football history. Napoleon-G-S got 3 state titles, 1975, 2006, 2011, and man, who doesn't remember that 2011 championship game? I mean, you look through the Dakota Bowl records, and that one is sprinkled with 2011 as the Imperials defeated Can-Do North Star 50-42, which is an all-time record at the Dakota Bowl for most points scored in a state title game. Jonas Schwarzenberger still has the record for most rushing and passing yards at 543, most first downs, and it just keeps going on and on. There's Can-Do North Star has records. They got the most passing yards. They got the most receiving yards and catches by Daniel Grandy, and it's been quite a game. That was a fun one to cover, and Napoleon also won that title back in 2006, and there's a record, that one that's still old. Jordan Dewald had 43 rushing attempts. So then you think about the Kidder County Wolves, and man, they had the 100-year storm, you'll call it. In 2019, they ran the table and defeated Cavalier in the state title game 54-32. That was their only region title and only state championship. And, if you remember back to that game, Kidder County jumped up 22-0, and they were rolling. And then Cavalier came storming back. And then I know the Wolves fan, they'll remember this play. Jonah Harder hits Peyton Cawthon on a 73-yard touchdown just after Cavalier had taken the lead. That swung the mo back to the Wolves, and then they scored 2 more unanswered touchdowns, and they won a state title 54-32 in a high-scoring affair. Kidder County has that one Dakota Bowl appearance just in 2019. Napoleon's been there 3 times, 2006, 2007, and 2011. They were the state runner-up in that 2007 year, losing 16-14 in a heartbreaker to Mott Region. So these 2 teams, as our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show rolls on, locations in Minot and Bismarck, they can service your car in about 15 minutes. Let's talk about the team you're looking at right there on your screen, Napoleon-G-S. They bring back quite a few experienced players. They end up with 7 seniors this year, and that's the lion's share of their team because they only got 17 kids out for football. So you got 7 seniors out of 17. That's a pretty good place to start. And the 2 teams tonight, Napoleon-G-S is going to have the more diversified, the balanced offense. They got a run pass threat quarterback in Tristan Schaffner, and he's accounting for about 250 yards of offense a night. And so he's a kid that's Napoleon-G-S are sorely missed as he went down early last year with an injury, and they are happy as clams to have that young man back calling the shots for their team. And they got a lot of weapons to go around a good quarterback, and they got some speed, they got some size up front, and we'll get to those lineups and some of the particulars about all these kids. But, yeah, you'll see the more diversified offense tonight for Napoleon-G-S. Kidder County, if you think back to their teams with Coach Beesterfield and now with fifth-year head coach Dave Silbernagel, this is a physical brand of football that they like to play. They play that 2-wing offense. They ground it, they pound it, they will control the clock, and they'll want to play good defense, and that's their MO for winning football games. They only throw it about 5 times a game. Trey Silbernagel, the coach's son, is the QB, and he's got some speed around him in Preston Fisher and Donovan Martin and Mason Whitman, those 3 running backs in the backfield to do the most of the heavy lifting for Kidder County. So this is going to be contrasting styles tonight. The ground and pound for the team in black and a little bit more spread and come out of the pistol at you. And both teams like to run the quarterback. And in this 9-man game with a couple less defenders out there, we're probably going to see some points scored tonight at Steele, North Dakota. Take a timeout. We're closing in on the starting lineups and the opening kick and our national anthem tonight. It looks like the Kidder County Band is going to be playing the national anthem tonight, so stay tuned for that. More of our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show after this timeout on the PSP Network.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair.
Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
All right, bring it up. Come on. Someone's got to call a play.
All right, let's go. I right, zoom, spider 2, Y banana. You don't like that one? Okay. I right, 40 power? No. You don't want that one either? All right, go kick off. Get out of here. Let's go.
First Western is your independent community bank with all the online conveniences you want and an experienced team you can count on.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Well, I think the last time I was in Steele for a game, it was called Pirate Field. And now we've got the whole complex named as Mark Abbott Field, and that's the venue tonight. And we couldn't be more excited to be here on the PSP Network, and it's our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. No appointment needed. Stay in your car for a drive-through oil change. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find them online at VIOC.com. We mentioned that game time temperature. It is a little warmer. And I checked it a little earlier, and I thought it was going to be going down a little bit, but it's still 80 degrees. A beautiful night as we get to about a 7:40 p.m. sunset tonight and a 7 p.m. kickoff. Here from Mark Abbott Field in Steele, North Dakota. It's time now for your keys to the game, brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. They got 25 years experience as your heating and air experts. Factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. There's no other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains Heating and Air. Find them online at northern-plains.com. Well, if you're Napoleon tonight, they need to tackle well. And they're a team that has given up some points this season, but they've been able to score more than that. So against a team that's going to run it at you, and most of the time they run it right at you, Napoleon's going to have to tackle well. And I think the other key for the Imperials tonight is to start fast. If you can get the Kidder County Wolves in a situation where they're having to throw the football a little bit more than they're wanting to, that's advantage Imperials. So there's your keys to the game for Napoleon tonight. And for Kidder County, hey, when you're it's not a 3 yards in a cloud of dust type of offense, but you need to convert third down and fourth downs and move the chains tonight. You cannot get off system and off schedule if you're the Wolves tonight. And if you're watching them tonight, folks, and they're getting 3 and 4 and 5 yards of crack, and they're always in this third and short or fourth and short situation, they're going to go for it a lot. They'll get it. They got some big beef up front, and they can run the football. And so that's your keys to the game. For Napoleon Gackle Streeter, tackle well, start fast, and Kidder County, their key to the game tonight, convert third and fourth downs and move the chains. That's your keys to the game, brought to you by Northern Plains Heating and Air. 25 years experience as your heating and air experts. Find them online at northern-plains.com. Good to have Anthony Vetter tonight running the camera for us tonight here on the PSP Network. And let's talk about one other thing here. You talk about the explosiveness of Napoleon Gackle Streeter. Their first 2 games of the season against Beach and Hettinger Scranton, Napoleon Gackle Streeter racked up over 500 total yards in each of those first 2 games. As I dug through the statistics for Kidder County, after 4 games, they have just eclipsed 1,000 total yards. So it kind of tells you a story there that if this is a fast game and there's a lot of yards, that is going to favor the Imperials. If it's a slower type of mutter game that is a defensive brand type of game, that is going to favor the Kidder County Wolves tonight. We'll be tracking things in that BNC National Bank scoreboard tonight. So we mentioned the Region 8 games, a couple Region 7 games as well. Beach is at Hettinger Scranton, Hettinger County at Grant County Flasher, Standing Rock at Richardson Taylor. And that's our games tonight. We'll be watching for you on your BNC National Bank, where your life's busy. They make managing money easy. Locations in North Dakota and Arizona. Find them online at bnc.bank. Teams are getting lined up for the starting lineups, and let's just morph right into these babies. As we mentioned that Kidder County won the toss, they deferred. So here's a look at the Napoleon Gackle Streeter offense for their head coach, Kelly McCleary. We'll start wide receiver Jackson Piatz, the senior. Eli Ketterling is a senior tight end, and that front line has been doing some damage as Napoleon Gackle Streeter will run the football nicely. Andre Dahl, the left guard. Jack Hoberg, the senior center. And Hunter Grenz is your right guard. Mason Weigel is their leading receiver, the senior tight end. Alexis Schneider is a wide receiver for Napoleon-G-S. Bill Schmitz, a quick tailback, junior. And Tristan Schaffner, we mentioned him a moment ago, the senior QB, is kind of the straw that stirs the drink for Napoleon-G-S and that offense. And they'll be squaring off against this defense for Kidder County. As you will see this front line, they play a 3-3. Mason Whitman is a junior defensive end. You got your freshman nose guard or defensive tackle, Brody Schoenhardt. Jaden McKinnis, is a defensive end. Bryce Larson, he owns the shot put school record at Kidder County. He's a linebacker as a junior. Trey Silbernagel is a middle linebacker and a senior. Lincoln Harder is your other linebacker. Then you got Jake Cardis, Grady Larson, and Preston Fisher.
While our national anthem is being played by the Kidder County Pep Band.
And now, let's honor America and those who serve. Here's your national anthem brought to you by the Kidder County Pep Band. A nice rendition of our national anthem there, brought to you by the Kidder County Pep Band. And here's the rest of those starting lineups. So we got you the Napoleon-G-S offense.
Now let's meet our starting lineups. First, for the visitors on the scoreboard.
We got you your Napoleon-G-S offense and the Kidder County defense. Here's the flip side of that. Here's the Kidder County offense tonight. Drew Harrer is your left guard. Lincoln Harder, center. Jaden McKinnis is your right guard. Bryce Larson, Jake Cardis, the tight ends. Preston Fisher is a wide receiver, a wing back, I beg your pardon. And Donovan Martin is the other wing. For the quarterback, Trey Silbernagel, and Mason Whitman, their leading rusher, is the junior running back. And they'll be squaring off against this Napoleon-G-S defense as Eli Ketterling, Hunter Grenz, Jack Hoberg, and Andre Dahl are up front. Bryce Schneider, Bill Schmidt, and Mason Weigel in that 4-2 lineup. And 4-3 lineup, and Mason Weigel is the third linebacker, and then you got Alexis Schneider and Tristan Schaffner is your cornerbacks. You'll see a lot of Dalton Feist back there as well for Napoleon-G-S. All right, fans, we are just about set for kickoff here tonight. It's been a tough go of it for both these teams the last couple of years. Napoleon-G-S has tallied 3 wins in each of the last 2 seasons. And Kidder County got off to a great start last year. They started 4-1, but then lost 4 straight to miss the playoffs. And prior to that, they had just won 3 games the prior 2 years in 2022 and 2021. So it's I'm sure Napoleon-G-S feels good about their 3-1 start, but man, they have got a murderer's row of games coming up here as they'll be playing the likes of Linton HMB, New Salem Elmont, and Central McLean coming up. Kidder County's got a lot of those games left as well, but they have played Kidder County, they have played Central McLean. So, hey, a big thanks to Ryan Larson, the AD here at Kidder County, for getting everything set up for us to come out here. We love to promote local athletes on the PSP network. Be sure to like and follow us on our social media channels of Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook to find out all the latest activities on the PSP network. Pregame again brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Technicians can perform a full-service oil change in about 15 minutes. Locations in Minot and Bismarck. Find us online at VIOC.com. Opening kick comes up next from Mark Abbott Field in Steele, North Dakota. It's Napoleon-G-S, Kidder County coming up next on the PSP Network.
Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh, yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh, yeah.
Order for Danny? Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
All right, here we go. Kidder County will be kicking off left to right from our vantage point. That's north to south here at Mark Abbott Field. Napoleon-G-S is going to send back Bill Schmidt. Well, they're going to change it around. I guess they had it all discombobulated. You have Jackson Piotz and Bill Schmidt back deep to receive. And Lincoln Harder will be putting a boot to the leather in just a second here. We will be underway. Thanks again to BNC National Bank for bringing you our scoreboard tonight. Looks good on the bottom of that live stream screen. And now this time kicking south to north, a little south breeze behind him. Lincoln Harder with the run up, and we are underway. Kick is going to be fielded on a run, bobbled by Jackson Piotz. He squirts through a small hole, climbs out to the 40-yard line, knocked down at the 42-yard line, and that's where Tristan Schaffner will bring him out. 651 yards passing on the season for the senior QB. Throw in 375 yards rushing on the season for Tristan, and it's over 1,000 yards of total offense in 4 games. That's the clip that we mentioned earlier. 250 a night is what Napoleon-G-S will get from their quarterback on a nightly basis, as they'll send receiver left and right out of the gun. Schaffner is back to pass. Rushes on. Schaffner evades. Now he scrambles. Kyler Murray back there. He's going to tuck and run. Gets a block on the edge. Schaffner around about 50 yards, and he's going to dart out of bounds with about a 7-yard gain on first down. And that's what you want to see if you're Napoleon-G-S. But if you're a lineman, I'm telling you right now, you're going to try to chase that guy around all night. You are going to get gassed if you're a D lineman for Kidder County. Gain of 7 sets up second down. We'll give him 6 officially. Second down and 4. Schaffner again out of the gun. His time handoff. Schmidt between the tackles. He's grabbed on and lassoed, but he's going to drag. A couple guys ahead, as grabbing onto him was Jaden McInnes, but Bill Schmidt picks up 5, and that is a first down gallop for Napoleon-G-S. You'll get McInnes, going to get an assist in there as well, along with Brody Schoenhart, the 2 interior linemen. First and 10, Imperials. They have moved it into Wolves territory at their 48-yard line. Schaffner, handoff Schmidt, angling right, and he's twisted and wrapped up and dropped down there by Bryce Larson, the junior linebacker. As Bill Schmidt picks up a couple. Good open field tackle there. That's one of the keys of the game. We said right away for Kidder County tonight was they're going to need to tackle well. That's probably a key for most teams on a nightly basis, but with the speed that Napoleon-G-S will throw at you, and that interior line is also good for Napoleon, as they will run it between the tackles a lot. They'll QB run it a lot. Looks like a hand single here from Schaffner, looking out to Jackson Piotz. 2nd and 8. They fake it to Schmidt. Schaffner is stacked up. Pyle moves ahead for a couple. But that is big Brody Schoenhart, the freshman nose guard, tackling Tristan Schaffner after a 3-yard gain. And so Napoleon-G-S at their first third down of the night. It'll be 3rd down and 6. So we had a couple items with that BNC Bank scoreboard, but it looks like she's tracking along nicely. Had to do a update on our scoreboard bot. As this time, Napoleon-G-S splits on one. They got guys in the backfield with Schaffner. They'll hand it off straight ahead and a first down run. Nice play. Napoleon-G-S gives it off to Bryce Schneider, his first carry, and Schneider's going to pick up a good gain. He's going to give him about 7 on Schneider's first tote, and that Napoleon-G-S moving company up front, Dahl, Hoberg, and Grenz, along with the tight ends, Weigel and Ketterling, are pushing around the Wolves here on the opening drive. Picked up a couple first downs, and they've moved it to the Wolf 36-yard line, 1st and 10 from there. Napoleon-G-S in their white uniforms, white helmets. Fake to Schmidt. Over the middle, wide open is Mason Weigel. Oh, he missed it. He couldn't haul it in. A sure touchdown for the leading receiver for Napoleon. But Mason Weigel had it go off of the mitts. Oh, baby. Let's get a Ryan Family Dealership replay. Look at that one. Here's the fake. They bit, and then over the top. Look, there's nobody around Mason Weigel. Couldn't haul it in. That's an opportunity missed right there for Napoleon-G-S. Schaffner misfires on his first passing attempt, and now they got it 2nd and 10. Schaffner out of the gun with Schmidt flanking him. Snap is back. Handoff Schmidt. And he is twisted down hard. Looks like Big Brody Schoenhardt again, along with Silbernagel there to sandwich down Bill Schmidt after a short gain of 1. This freshman nose guard is coming up big here in the first drive for Kidder County. That dude is a load. Look at him. Makes that jersey look small, does Brody Schoenhardt. He goes 5'11", 309. Just a 9th grader. He will be an anchor for Dave Silbernagel for years to come. 3rd down and 9 for Napoleon from the Kidder County 35-yard line. Motion by Piatz. Snap is back. Schaffner on a blitz is on. Fakes. Got a defender off his foot, now off his back foot. Schaffner lofts it for the boundary, and that is intended for Weigel. Incomplete. Jake Cardis with blanket coverage there. And Schaffner misfires. How about the fake? Schaffner put the pump fake on a blitzing. I think that was Bryce Larson, was blitzing from his linebacker position. Faked him out of his shoes, but falls incomplete. Neither team really kicks a lot, so you're going to see a lot of going for it on 4th down tonight. Well, big play early on. 4th and 9. 4 down linemen for the Wolves. Napoleon spreads them out. Twins left, twins right. Snap is back. Schaffner is going to roll to his right. Tries to turn the corner, and he evades a couple, but he stepped out of bounds. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. Schaffner is going to get no gain on the play. And a promising opening drive here for Napoleon-G-S comes up dry. Score remains 0-0 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. And the Wolves from Kidder County will take over. And we mentioned that offensive unit for Kidder County. It's going to be a little different look and feel here for the Kidder County Wolves offense going against this Napoleon-G-S defense. You're going to bunch it up. You're going to see Silbernagel on their center. A motion Martin. They'll hand it off straight ahead, and there goes Mason Whitman. The leading rusher for Kidder County has a positive gain on 1st down. He picks up 7.5. Well, we'll officially give him 8. And that's a good sign for Kidder County. They want to control the clock. They want to hand the ball off. They want to play stingy defense. And so far, that MO is working with 7:55 and counting to play here in the first quarter. We're scoreless. Silbernagel, those wings again. Martin motions. Same play. Hand off. Whitman. Oh, and he's decked. Belted hard, grabbed onto first. Looked like that was Andre Dahl who got a piece of him. And then it was also Ketterling and Grenz coming in there to lay the lumber. No gain on the play. Well, after giving up 8 on first down, no gain on second down, sets up 3rd down and 2 from right between the hash marks. Ball is spotted at the 44-yard line. Kidder County likes this formation. They'll have Fisher and Martin, and now they motion Fisher, and a penalty flag flies in. I think that's going to be maybe, going to be encroachment on the defense. So that motion by Fisher caused somebody up front to jump, and the first penalty of the night results in a 1st down. Napoleon-G-S whistled for encroachment. You got Brady Weber, the white hat tonight, officiating crew. And a new set of downs for Kidder County. Moving right to left from their own 48-yard line. Martin fakes motion. They'll hand it off straight ahead, and there goes Whitman, and Whitman is burrowing, and Whitman is churning, and Whitman is chugging, and he has a 1st down and more. Give him 13 before he's knocked down by Bill Schmidt and Alexis Schneider, the secondary for Napoleon-G-S, but another big gain. Mason Whitman now 3 carries, 21 yards in the contest, and Kidder County with the slight breeze at their back here on this opening drive. Not a lot of wind, but will be dying down and dwindling down as the game goes on. 1st and 10 from the 38. Another handoff to Whitman. He's getting some space and some movement up there as he's submarined after a couple-yard gain.
Whitman with another carry.
Look at his big number 60 there, Jack Hoberg, from his defensive tackle position. And officially they're going to give Whitman 5, so Kidder County's run 4 plays from scrimmage, and they've given the football 4 times to Mason Whitman. He's been a workhorse for this team. He's got 68 carries, 381 yards to lead the team. 3 touchdowns for Whitman coming in. And on schedule are the Wolves. Their black uniforms, the gray pants. They motion Fisher. They'll toss him wide side. Preston Fisher is, no, he's not knocked down. Gets out of the Ketterling tackle, but there to wrap him up is Napoleon-G-S Mason Weigel.
Preston Fisher on the carry.
Fisher is going to lose a couple on here's his first toe of the night.
Loss of 4 on the play.
Loss of 4 on the play. Ryan Family Dealership replay on that one is good recognition by the defensive ends here. Look at that. Good run by Preston Fisher to get out of that, but there's Weigel to wrap him up. Thanks to Ryan Family Dealership for bringing those replays. Got 5 locations in Minot and Williston, or shop online at driveryan.com. 3rd and a long 9. Martin will be in motion. Silbernager is back to pass. Looking, lofting it for Bryce Larson. Oh, in and out of his hands. In and out of his hands, defended smartly there by Bill Schmidt. But I like the idea as Silbernagel is going to throw it up to his big 6'3" tight end, Bryce Larson. And then you got Bill Schmidt covering him back there, and Bill Schmidt goes 5'8". So the jump ball, more often than not, is going to favor the Kidder County Wolves, but now the Wolves are facing a 4th and 9. From Napoleon's 38-yard line, the Wolves line up in that double wing formation. Martin will motion. They'll toss it wide side to him, and they cut inside, and there goes Martin. He dashes to the 30, dashes to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown! On 4th and 9, Donovan Martin hits pay dirt, and Kidder County grabs an early lead. How about that cutback? Ryan Family Dealership replay. There's the toss. Martin on the wide right there. Whoop, whoop. And he was loose. And then Martin had the speed to take it all the way to the house. Touchdown. Napoleon gives that one up from 39 yards out. Martin has the first points of the game, and now the Wolves will line up and go for 2. Silbernager looks like he might be changing the play at the line of scrimmage, or maybe getting that blocking scheme organized. That's what your senior quarterback can do. It's just going to be a sneak and a little bit of tush push here for the Wolves, and it's still moving the pile, and no good. The point and good, the 2-point conversion run is no good. But Kidder County strikes first. And on your BNC Bank scoreboard, the Wolves lead at 6-0 over Napoleon, and we got 4:40 to play in our first quarter, and this is a touchdown timeout on the PSP Network.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
I get a nice 8-play, 72-yard scoring drive there for Kidder County. Lincoln Harder will kick it off. Piotz and Schmidt back deep to receive. Angling kick grabbed by Piotz at the 22. Shakes one man at the 35, and he's ushered out of bounds at about the 42-yard line. Napoleon-G-S will come out for their second possession of the night. First possession got into Wolves territory, couldn't convert on 4th down, and then on 4th down, Kidder County hits a big one. 4th and 9. How about that first cut by Donovan Martin? Napoleon had that play diagnosed early on the edge, but they didn't have contain coming from the backside, and Martin turned on the Jets. Kidder County leads 6-0 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Schaffner will set him down. Straight ahead run, and there goes Bill Schmidt, and he is met and stamped down by Bryce Larson. Let's get you a Ryan Family Dealership replay of that hit as Bryce Larson, a talented running back, just smacked down Bill Schmidt in the hole. Watch this. Good job shedding a block. Ooh, and twisting him down for a loss of 2 in the backfield. They'll give it to Schmidt again. Got that loss back, and now he's churning ahead. Just a little guy, but he runs hard. Lost a couple, and he comes right back, and he gains 10. And a quick hitter. They tried to get Kidder County unorganized, and I think they might have done it. Is Schmidt picks up 3 on 3rd down and 2. And that's already 6 carries for Bill Schmidt, 19 yards for him. And he's carried it 3 straight times for a Napoleon-G-S first down. Quick moving first quarter, 3:35 and counting to play in that first stanza. Kidder County up 6-0 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Napoleon-G-S sends out Alexis Schneider to the left. Jackson Piotz to the right. Schmidt flanking Schaffner. They fake it to Schmidt. Schaffner running. Wrapped up by Bryce Larson again, but a positive gain on first down. And I think if you're Napoleon-G-S, you're happy with the running game, but I think Kidder County's happy with how they're playing defense. Now back to pass, throwing over the middle. This time they got Weigel. This time he catches it, and he is wide open, and he is gone. 5-10, touchdown. 43 yards to the house, and we are tied. Just like that. Somebody's going to have to figure out how to guard Mason Weigel. Here's a Ryan Family Dealership replay. He's been open twice. Look at that play fake, and Weigel just running free. The throw was behind him a little bit into the wind, but he had all kinds of time and space to grab that and gallop into the end zone. 6-6 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Schaffner hits pay dirt, 43 yards. And now Napoleon-G-S is going to go for 2. Direct snap to Bill Schmidt, right down Broadway. He's in. Schmidt converts, and Napoleon-G-S takes a lead. Touchdown timeout, 2:53 to play, first quarter. New score from Mark Abbott Field it is. Napoleon 8, Kidder County 6, back with a touchdown. Back with more after this touchdown timeout on the PSP Network.
All right, bring it up. Come on. Someone's got to call a play. All right, let's go. I right zoom, spider 2 Y banana. You don't like that one? Okay. I right 40 power? No. You don't want that one either? All right, go kickoff. Get out of here. Let's go.
First Western is your independent community bank with all the online conveniences you want and an experienced team you can count on.
First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
We've changed our name, but we haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
Back in action with the ensuing kickoff. The left-footed boot is going to be fielded by Donnie Martin at the 14 to the 20, 25-30, 35-40. And Donnie Martin is twisted down after a nice return of about 30 yards. Out to the 44-yard line. Napoleon just struck there on a 5-play scoring drive that eclipsed 55 yards. The final yards coming on a 43-yard hookup from Tristan Schaffner to his favorite target, Mason Weigel. Weigel just hauled in his 4th touchdown reception of the season. And that's the 9th TD thrown now by Schaffner on the campaign. These 2-point conversions are going to be big in this one, too, if this ends up being a back-and-forth affair. Those extra 2 with the teams not kicking extra points will loom large. Silvanero will hand it off to Whitman. And he is grabbed around the ankles there, wrapped up by Mason Weigel from his outside linebacker position. Whitman's going to pick up a couple. And we're down to about 2.5 to play here in our first quarter. A fast-moving first quarter. It's expected to be like that as two teams, especially Kidder County, is going to run the football and run the football and run the football some more. Fans Today's game also brought to you by, in part by Minot State University. Be seen, be heard, be you at MSU. Whitman gets 3, second down and 3. A steady dose of Mason Whitman, and he's gang tackled after a short gain. Whitman tackled up there. Alexis Schneider comes up hobbling. And Alexis, if you don't know the story about Alexis Schneider, that young lady is about one of 8 gals in the state of North Dakota that plays football. And she's been a multi-year contributor, been playing since the 6th grade. Her older brother got her into it. Also, her younger brother plays, Bryce. And you're not going to see too many young ladies having success starting both ways for their teams, as now you get Whitman on 3rd down and 2, and he is decked. And it's going to bring up another 4th down, and a late flag comes in. I wonder if that's going to be maybe a little extracurricular. Maybe Whitman didn't like the fact that he lost his helmet. And, yeah, you're going to get an unsportsmanlike conduct whistled against the Kidder County Wolves, and that is unfortunate. The Wolves' first penalty, they would have had a 4th and 2, and instead now it's going to be 4th and 17. Whitman didn't like the fact that he got belted down for no gain, and you could read his lips from here. He was like, ripped off my helmet, and I think he let the Zebras know about it, and that'd be a no-no. UPS Store brings you tonight's game. As Napoleon, Gackle Streeter is going to send Tristan Schaffner back deep to receive. Punting away is Preston Fisher. Snap is good. And a low sidewinding kick. Bounces a couple times. Schaffner tries to pick it up, and now he just has to fall on it.
Punt is down by Schaffner.
And he falls on it at the 24-yard line, so Fisher's punt ends up being a 36-yard punt on the first punt of the night. And Napoleon Gackle-Streeter gets a stop, courtesy of the penalty. And with 51 seconds to play in the first half, Napoleon Gackle-Streeter takes over. We're going to get some new folks out there because Schneider, Lexus, two-way starter. We'll see if she's able to come back in as Bill Schmidt, steady dose of him as he's wrapped up there by Mason Whitman. Bill Schmidt up over the 25. Mark him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 3. 7 carries, 22 yards for Bill Schmidt, and there he goes again. Weaving his way through tackles, and he's out to the 35-yard line. That's a first down. Well, that could be the last play. Oh, no. Napoleon Gackle-Streeter is going to keep her rolling here. They picked up a new set of downs. Snap is back. Fake to Schmidt. Wide side run Schaffner. He has to cut inside, evade the defense, gets a couple blocks on the edge, and now he's loose. There he goes, 45, midfield, ushered out of bounds, but a big gain for Napoleon Gackle-Streeter and a first down gallop for Schaffner, and he's going to pick up 17. And that just shows the elusiveness there of Tristan Schaffner. He's got 4 carries, 26 yards in the contest. Clock will stop with 7 ticks remaining here in the first quarter. We'll get a visual here on who the other wide receiver is now. That's going to be Bryce Schneider. Comes in for his older sister. Schneider, the sophomore. Along with Piatz are your wideouts. Schaffner and Schmidt, they're going to option it. Pitch it to Schmidt. He's got the corner. And nice play in space there as he's wrapped up by Preston Fisher. But Schmidt will gain about 9, and that's the way the first quarter will go into the books. 12 complete from Mark Abbott Field in Steele, North Dakota. BNC Bank scoreboard. It's Napoleon 8, Kidder County 6. And I got a quarter break here on the PSP Network.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
For decades.
I get set for our second quarter. Good to have Anthony Vetter running the camera for us tonight. Todd Domry's back with you. Napoleon Gackle-Streeter off of a 9-yard, taking an 8-yard gain for Bill Schmidt. They send Bryce Schneider in motion. Second and 2, flags fly as that play was messed up from the beginning. And let's see what we're going to get. We get a false start on Napoleon Gackle-Streeter, their second penalty of the night.
False start on the offense. 5-yard penalty remains second down.
Yeah, Alexis Schneider, hopefully she can come back in, but a 3-time state champion wrestler winning 118 pounds last year at the state girls wrestling tournament. Caught her first career touchdown pass a couple weeks ago against Richardson Taylor. She's replaced now. Looks like she's getting some treatment on that ankle over there, getting it taped up on the far sideline. 2nd and 7. Snap is back. Handoff. Bill Schmidt has been the workhorse here. He's racked up by big Brady Schoenhart. And Schmidt, guy just goes 140 pounds as a junior. Picked up 5 more. 3rd down and 2. Schmidt's going to get it again off the right side, weaving, darting, and Schoenhart wraps him up again. Assist there.
Imperials first down. Schoenhart on the tackle.
For Grady Larson as well, but Bill Schmidt moving the chains. 11 carries already, 51 yards for Bill Schmidt, and he's feeling it right now. He is going back real slow to that offensive huddle. But I think Kelly McCleary is onto something here, and he feels like the way that Kidder County is defending him, they can run between the tackles. Snap is back, but Schaffner's back to pass, looking deep down the far sideline. Schneider back there, but he overshoots his intended receiver. Good coverage by the aforementioned Grady Larson, the 5'8", 140-pound sophomore QB. Schaffner now with a 1-for-4 start throwing the football, but that one completion was a big one. 43-yard touchdown to Mason Weigel in the first quarter on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Napoleon-G-S leading 8-6. Here with 11:08 to play in the first half. Stay tuned. Our Magic Towing halftime report comes up next. If you blow it, they'll tow it. Magic Towing serving Western North Dakota. 2nd and 10 for the Imperials. And it's an option play. It might actually be a pass as Schaffner shovels it forward to Bill Schmidt. We're going to classify that one as a pass. 7-yard gain. Quickly, Schaffner keeps it. And he squirts ahead for just enough. That is the first completion to Bill Schmidt this season. He hadn't caught a pass, and that forward launch a moment ago by Schaffner gives him that, and then Schaffner gallops for a first down. Napoleon-G-S has gotten to that line of scrimmage quickly when they've had 3rd or 4th and short, and they've run plays in quick succession. Now they got it 1st and 10, nearing the Serve Pro red zone. Schaffner back to pass, lofting it over the middle. Weigel there, caught it, touchdown! Mason Weigel's got another one from 22 yards out, and Weigel hauls it in, and Napoleon-G-S extends their lead. Here's a Ryan Family Dealership replay of this one. Watch this. Another play fake. You run, and then you spring your big tight end with a step, and that's 6 for the Imperials. Napoleon-G-S will line up and go for 2. And it's going to be a scrum in the middle, and Schaffner cannot get in. But Napoleon-G-S tacks on a couple more points here, give him 6 on a 23-yard touchdown. Schaffner to Weigel, 14-6. Napoleon leads over Kidder County, and we're back after this touchdown timeout on the PSB Network.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
The dictionary defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
Michael Mock's kickoff is a touchback.
Michael Mock sends the ensuing kickoff into the end zone. That'll be a touchback. Kidder County will take over on the 20. Napoleon, sometimes I don't say Gackle-Streeter, no disrespect to the Gackle-Streeter folks, but just as a mouthful to say every time. So Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter scores on that 23-yard touchdown pass. Schaffner to Weigel for the 2nd time tonight. Caps off a 8-play, 59-yard scoring drive for Napoleon-Gackle-Streeter. 3rd possession of the night here for Kidder County. Senior QB Trey Silbernagel sets him down. And he's got that double wing formation. They motion Martin, handoff Whitman, and he's submarined down by Bill Schmidt. Positive gain for Whitman. Picks up 5. does Mason Whitman, who now has 7 carries, 39 yards on the evening. Bill Schmidt has been the workhorse tonight for Napoleon Gackle-Streeter. He's toted it 11 times, 51 yards. That's 7 carries now for Mason Whitman. Motion by Fisher, they hand it off to him, and not a lot there. Tangled up and dropped down for no gain. Ketterling's in the vicinity. Weigel in the vicinity. Hoberg in the vicinity. Now it's going to be 3rd and 5 upcoming for Kidder County. This is an important 3rd down here. Got to get a few, maybe go for it on 4th down, but you want to give the football back to Napoleon Gackle-Streeter, who's just scored on back-to-back possessions here in the first half. Clock rolls with 9:18 to play in that first half. Silbernegger with Donnie Martin, Preston Fisher, Mason Whitman in the backfield. What if you look for maybe a Bryce Larson here? Nope, handoff straight ahead. Whitman's got a first down and a little bit more. Needed 5, and he churns ahead for 10. Right up the gut into the teeth of that NGS defense. Mason Whitman has a first down carry. 8 carries now, 49 yards for Mason Whitman, junior running back. Goes 5'11", 185 pounds, does Mason Whitman. And he just converted a first down. And the Wolves are at their own 35-yard line. Oh, little miscommunication there. And the ball comes loose. Ball comes loose. Silbernagel fumbled it. And guess who? Bill Schmidt with the fumble recovery. And our first turnover of the night goes to Napoleon Gackle-Streeter. Here's a Ryan Family Dealership replay of that one. It was a miscommunication, and Silbernagel had to tuck it, and he got sandwiched. Ball squirts out, picked up by Schmidt. Turnover, number 1 of the evening, goes to the Imperials. And let's see how aggressive NGS gets now. They'll hand it off. Bryce Schneider running off the right side. He's got a block. He's to the 20. He's to the 15. 10, 5. Touchdown. Bryce Schneider turns a fumble into points. 39-yard gallop. And Napoleon Gackle-Streeter increases their lead. Second carry of the night for Bryce Schneider. Schneider just tallied his first touchdown of the season. Napoleon Gackle-Streeter will go for 2. Snap is back. Schmidt can't get there. And he is denied. Here's a Ryan Family Dealership replay of that touchdown run. Toss to, how about that block? Downfield. Nice play there by, looked like that was Jackson Piatz. And Bryce Schneider caught the defense unaware. That was walled off nicely. And he hits pay dirt. And Napoleon Gackle-Streeter increases their lead. Just a short one-play scoring drive after the fumble by Kidder County. Set Napoleon Gackle-Streeter up. Great field position. Schneider hauls it 39 yards to pay dirt. The run is no good. And with 8:16 to play in the first half, Napoleon Gackle-Streeter has increased their lead to 20-6 on a one-play, 37-yard scoring drive for the Imperials.
Back to receive for the Wolves.
Michael Mock kicking it off. For the Imperials, Kidder County has Fisher and Martin back deep to receive. It's going to be Fisher at the 21. 25, shakes and bakes to the 30. Kidder County could use a good return as Fisher sheds one tackle, and then the rugby scrum pushes it out. Ball came loose again. And it's going to be Napoleon-G-S football.
Covered by the Imperials.
Falling on that appeared to be Jacob Meitinger. See if we can get a Ryan Family Dealership replay of that. As there's the return, then there's a big scrum and a pileup, and at the last second you saw that ball come loose, and then they're scrambling for it. Too many people in there to exactly see. I think that was indeed Jacob Mittler, the sophomore, that recovered that fumble on special teams. So another turnover sets Napoleon-G-S up in business. And a handoff to Schneider, same plays he just scored on, and he's loose again down the far sideline, and a big gain. Bryce Schneider finding some space, and he runs it for 20. That's back-to-back carries for Schneider now, 37 yards for a touchdown, and now 20 more give him. He's got 3 carries, 61 yards, does the sophomore. Back-to-back fumbles, that last one on a kickoff by Preston Fisher. And Kidder County's bit by the turnover bug here in the first half. Into the Serve Pro red zone goes the Imperials. 24/7 emergency service, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. I might give this baby to Bryce Schneider again. Nope, they fake it to him. Schaffner is met. Ooh, baby, he is decked. Undressed again by Bryce Larson in the hole. It's going to be a loss of 1. Schaffner, I guarantee you felt that one. There's a Ryan Family Dealership replay of that. Schaffner, they thought they were going to maybe fake it to Schneider. Schaffner, there he goes, and poof, he got crumpled up in a hurry. Big stick, high and low. Bryce Larson was the high. 2nd and 11. Handoff straight ahead, and there goes Bryce Schneider running hard. Got inside the 15, down close to the 10-yard line, got the penalty yardage back. And he picks up 6, maybe 7.
Brings up 3rd down.
Give him 7 on that. And it sets up NGS inside the 10-yard line. Ball is officially marked at the 9. And the Imperials facing a 3rd down and 4. Well, I think if you're Kidder County, you better find out where number 88's lined up at. He's been a favorite target so far for Schaffner, who's back to pass. Rolling left. Guess who? Weigel. Nope, that's Ketterling. Catches it at the 5, and he's knocked out of bounds. Oh, just at the goal line.
1st down, Imperials.
Yep, pass was completed, and you're going to give him 8 yards on the completed pass. Ketterling has his first catch of the night, and it sets up Napoleon-G-S on the doorstep. Piazza will split out wide to the right. He's just creating spacing over there. Schneider wide to the left. Bill Schmidt and Schaffner in the backfield. Handoff Schmidt. The lane opens, and he eclipses the goal line, and Napoleon-G-S punches in 6 more. Good wall off on the right side of that offensive line there by Hunter Grenz and Mason Weigel. Bill Schmidt has his first touchdown of the night. Ryan Family Dealership replay of that one. Schmidt gets the call. Watch this little cut. Whoop. And he had the power to get into the end zone. Here comes the 2-point conversion. Schmidt scores from 1 yard out. They give it to him again on the 2-point conversion. Lane, no. Schmidt is denied, and we have a touchdown timeout. 6:37 to play in our first half. New score from Mark Abbott Field in Steele. Napoleon-G-S up by 20, 26-6 on your BNC Bank scoreboard. It's a touchdown timeout on the PSP Network.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FinRun SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors LLC and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
We've changed our name, but we haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
Ensuing kickoff by Mock, fielded by Preston Fisher. And he's hanging on to that baby with two hands that time, and he'll gallop out to the 31-yard line, 1st and 10, Kidder County. And on back-to-back plays that Kidder County has fumbled, Napoleon-G-S converts those into points. That last one was a 6-play, 45-yard touchdown drive, capped off by the 1-yard scamper there by Bill Schmidt. And Napoleon-G-S looking to pick up their 4th win of the season. Again, just one loss. Kidder County 0-4 in the season, and they've got bit by the turnover bug here in the first quarter on homecoming night for the Wolves. Straight ahead run, Whitman. And he is sandwiched. Sandwiched in the backfield there as Weigel.
No gain, brings up 2nd down.
And also Holberg there to sandwich down Mason Whitman. No gain on the play. 9 carries, now 49 yards for Mason Whitman. He's been the workhorse for Kidder County. 2nd down and 10. Motion by Donnie Martin. He gets the toss. Now he's loose. Got some space, gets a block on the edge, and good open field tackle there by Alexis Schneider. Good to see her back in the football game. Schneider wraps up Donnie Martin, but Donnie picks up 8. He's got 2 carries now, Donnie Martin does, and that's 47 yards, and he's got the lone touchdown here for the Kidder County Wolves. Donnie Martin's also the leading receiver this year for Kidder County. Returning starter from a year ago. He's a junior. Running back is Donnie Martin, 5'9", 150-pounder. 3rd and short. Handoff Mason Whitman. He churns and he powers, and he's got a 1st down. Knocked down there by Feist and Ketterling for Napoleon-G-S. Now you get a late flag. I think you got a little more extracurricular. This one's going against Napoleon-G-S, however. As Whitman picks up 4 on 3rd and short. And then after the play, I believe, unsportsmanlike conduct whistled against Napoleon-G-S.
This one's going to be unsportsmanlike.
That one might have went against your senior state wrestling champ, Dalton Feist. He had something to say at the tail end of that run. He quickly comes off, and he's getting some instruction. Always time to coach. There's always time to coach on the sideline, and that's the last thing you want to do is get 15 whistled against you and then have to come over and deal with your coaches in that kind of environment. 3rd penalty of the night for Napoleon-G-S, and Kidder County's on the move. Yeah, mentioned Dalton Feist. Wrestling champion, went undefeated as All-American at the AAU National Duels in Iowa as well for Feist. 1st and 10 Wolves with under 5 to play. Wolves could use some points. They give it to Fisher trying to get to the boundary. How about that play? Eli Ketterling with a shoestring stick. Well, so far, for the most part, Napoleon-G-S has done a good job taking away that edge. Look at this play by Ketterling. Sheds a block and dives and just gets a piece of one Preston Fisher. Fisher's had a tough night. 3 carries for -6 yards. And Kidder County now facing a 2nd down and 12 from their own 45-yard line. Got 4 down linemen, 1 end standing up, and this time Silbernagel's going to keep it. He faked him out. And there goes Trey Silbernagel to the 10, to the 5, touchdown! 45-yard touchdown run, and Kidder County strikes back. Everybody on that Napoleon defense thought that Mason Whitman had the football. Silbernagel had it, and he goes 45. Ryan Family Dealership replay. I caught the very end of that. Says Silbernagel got loose, and you saw the celebration. It even surprised this broadcaster, who also pushes the button for the replay, as Trey Silbernagel has just put Kidder County on the scoreboard again, and now the Wolves will line up and go for two. Yeah, the same formation. Whitman behind Silbernagel, who's under center. It's going to be a keeper for Silbernagel, and he doesn't get there. He's denied on the two-point conversion, but he tallies a 45-yard touchdown run, and we take a touchdown timeout. New score from Steele, 26-12, Napoleon over Kidder County. We're back after this break on the PSP Network.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
We've changed our name, but we haven't changed the DNA of who we are. We still offer the best product at the best price with the same people. For over 25 years, we've been your only choice for tires in the local area, providing all major brands under one roof at a fair price for your family's budget. Plus that excellent service after the sale with free rotations, free alignment check, free flat repairs with our exclusive Plus plan. That tradition continues today. Looking for tires you can trust? Choose us. Trusted Tire and Auto.
Eight-play scoring drive for Kidder County. 45 yards to the crib for Trey Silbernagel. And Trey has scored his 4th touchdown. Make that the 5th touchdown, his 2nd one rushing. He's got 3 passing TDs as well. Napoleon gave an extra 15 there to Kidder County, and they paid it off. Harder will kick it off. Sidewinding kick. Grabbed nicely there by an up man. That's Bryce Schneider. And he's got a positive return out to the 40. And that's where the Imperials will take over. We can tell you today's game also brought to you in part by Planet Pizza. There's no pizza like it. Try the Blue Buffalo or the plain cheese. 701-852-1700. Planet Pizza, serving the Magic City for over 25 years. Today's game also brought to you in part by Shields of Minot and Bismarck. Got every sporting good possible along with fashion and footwear. Find them online at shields.com. They're a proud supporter of the PSP Network. Now the modified full house backfield here with a couple guys flanking Tristan Schaffner on 1st and 10 from the Imperials from the 40. Schaffner back to pass. Oh, he's got Weigel again behind the defense off his back foot. He throws it late, and it is incomplete. Good play there at the top of the route. Good rush that time by Kidder County, because if Schaffner could have just set it and thrown it, he would have had Weigel again, as somebody's going to have to find out where 88 is getting free here. Is there's Schaffner getting away in the backfield off his back foot. He launched it deep, and by that time you had the secondary for Kidder County able to get back into the play, as Donnie Martin was back there. You had Preston Fisher was back there. And now a handoff goes to Bryce Schneider. Is that ball loose? No single.
Schneider with the carry, gains a couple, brings up.
Couldn't tell if that ball came out or not, but say it was grabbed back by Bryce Schneider. Schaffner now throwing the football, 4 for 8. 81 yards and a couple touchdowns, both of those to Mason Weigel, who's got 66 yards of receiving on the evening. And here's a 3rd down and long, and Schaffner's twisted up, only gets a couple. It's going to set up a 4th and 6 here, I beg your pardon. Whitman and Larson on the stick. 4th and 6. Napoleon Gackel Streeter. Ooh, they drew him offside. You can hear it if you're getting any of our crowd mic there. It was like, you guys have got to watch the ball. And that's going to be 5 against Kidder County.
On the defense, 5-yard penalty remains 4th down.
Second penalty of the contest whistled against Kidder County. Napoleon-G-S has been whistled for 3. And now near midfield, it's a much more manageable 4th and 2. Alexis Schneider wide to the left. Piatz wide to the right. Schmidt flanking Schaffner out of the gun. And it's going to be a handoff to Bill Schmidt, and he got low and powered his way for a first down, and you get a flag flying in. Well, the umpire and the back judge both had that one, so it's either could be a hold, could be a face mask. Maybe we'll sort this one out. I tell you one thing, I'm getting a good waffling here of the grill they got down right below us, grilling burgers and brats and hot dogs and everything else. As it smells really good. They're looking at the Napoleon sideline, so this appears to be going against Kidder County. Schmidt had enough for a first down, and so I believe they're going to tack on. Yep. They're going to tack on 5 more for a face mask. So, incidental face mask. And Bill Schmidt gets 4 for a first down. He's got 12 carries, 55 yards in the contest. And more importantly, Napoleon-G-S has a first down and a new set of downs with 2:16 to play in the first half. Ooh, Schmidt lost his footing. And he's going to be down for a loss of 3. We'll say loss of 2. Schaffner's going to keep this one. Can he get away from Whitman? Yep. Oh, he sheds another tackle. Oh, but he can't get away from Larson. Nice play there by Grady Larson, the sophomore corner. Schaffner picks up 1. Good play in space there for Kidder County. 3rd and 11. Schaffner back to pass, looking for Weigel. They got him covered up. Now Schaffner's going to have to scramble it. Going to have to throw it out of bounds. And just live to play another day as good coverage downfield. You had Weigel blanketed there by Donnie Martin. On the far side, you had Cardis all over Jackson Piatz. And the incomplete pass sets up 4th down and 11. Of course, Schaffner was well out of the pocket, so you can just throw that thing into the bench. And you get a Ryan Family Dealership timeout on the field. We break. 4th down conversion coming up for Napoleon when we come back. 1:31 to play first half. BNC Bank scoreboard, it is Napoleon-G-S 26, Kidder County 12.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with the hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move?
It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7, pressure, point, yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair. When property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation, ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Yeah, 4th down and 11 for Napoleon when the waning moments here the first half with 91 seconds to play in that first half. Out of the Kelly McCleary timeout, here comes the Imperials. Snap is back. Schaffner rolling out to his right, rushes on, fires it, and it is caught. Weigel again, he's got a first down. Goes out of bounds at the 31-yard line, but they needed 10 and they get 12.
First down.
Napoleon-G-S quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Kidder County gets some new linemen in there, and it's a handoff to Schmidt. Tries the right side, and he shuttles ahead for a few. eclipses the 25. Mark him down at the 24-yard line. Bill Schmidt picks up 7.
Play brings up second down.
Napoleon Gackel-Streeter quickly back to the line of scrimmage with just about a minute remaining in the first half. Imperials looking for more. They fire it over the middle. Alexis Schneider has it on the slant. Nice play. A rocket shot there. Schneider has it down
Pass is complete. Good for an Imperials
to the 15-yard line. $10 yards and a first down in the Serve Pro red zone. Handoff Schmidt. Slips through one tackle. And he's dropped down there by Preston Fisher.
With the tackle.
The line of scrimmage was the 15-yard line. Schmidt picks up 5. 15 carries in the first half for Bill Schmidt. Schaffner this time back to pass. Firing it to the pylon. Too far for Mason Weigel.
Pass falls incomplete. Third down.
I checked that. That was not Mason Weigel. I beg your pardon. That was Eli Ketterling, the other tight end in the formation. And now you got a 3rd down and 5 brewing for NGS. Ball spotted right firmly on the 10-yard line on the right hash mark. On the incomplete pass, the clock stops with 25 seconds to play here in the first half. NGS will spread them out. Twins left, Twins right. Schaffner out of the gun. Snap back. Rolling to his right. Looking, throws it back across the field. That is caught and touchdown. Touchdown late in the first half.
Touchdown, Imperials.
Well, I'm going to get a Ryan Family Dealership replay of that in a second. I think that might have been Mason Weigel again. But we'll confirm that as Napoleon Gackel-Streeter is going to go for 2. 3 touchdowns here in the first half for Schaffner. He's back to pass again, 2-point conversion, wide open. And Weigel has it.
Good.
And Napoleon Gackel-Streeter punches one in late in the first half to seize back momentum, and the Imperials lead it 34-12. We're back with the kickoff here to conclude the first half after this timeout on the PSP Network.
Jersey Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese. It has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh, yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh, yeah.
Order for Danny?
Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
As your Ryan Family Dealership replay of that touchdown, see if we can see exactly who that was. Thrown back across his body. Yeah, I still couldn't pick it up. Well, we're going to digest that at halftime. We will find out who the artist was who caught that touchdown. Mock will kick it off. Bouncing football fielded by Fisher at the 15, 20, 25. And he's slammed down at the 37-yard line, and with 14 seconds to play, Kidder County, not much time and space remaining here in the first half. How about that drive? To kind of take momentum back after Silbernagel had scored at the 3:15 mark. Took Napoleon Gackel-Streeter 2 minutes and 55 seconds, and they scored on a TD pass to somebody. We're going to figure out exactly who that was in our halftime break, and we'll let you know. That's now out of the gun. Trey Silbernagel looks left. Check that, looks right, comes back left, lofts it downfield, and that's caught. Nice grab there by Jake Cardis. Clock will stop, and they will move the chains momentarily, and Kidder County is going to ask for and receive a Ryan Family Dealership timeout. For over 50 years, the trusted name for car buyers in western North Dakota has been Ryan Family Dealership. Visit one of their 5 locations in Minot and Williston. Yeah, Kidder County just picked up 21 yards there. the second pass of the night for Trey Silbernagel. Goes to Jake Curtis. Curtis picks up his third catch on the season. Jake Curtis, also a basketball player. A lot of the Kidder County Wolves guys play basketball. Bryce Larson, Lincoln Harder, Jake Curtis, Preston Fisher, Trey Silbernagel, Grady Larson, among others. Also lacing up the sneakers for the Kidder County Wolves basketball team. Well, you got 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Kidder County with still 1 timeout remaining, so they can stop it one more time, maybe kind of cut this in half and maybe at least have a Hail Mary to end the first half. Out of the gun. Twins left, Twins right. Silbernagel back to pass. Napoleon-G-S rushes 4, and Silbernagel throws that. Did he have somebody in the vicinity? Donnie Martin was kind of coming back over there, kind of coaxing and saying, yeah, I was maybe in the vicinity. Clock will stop with 5 seconds to play. Well, they kept Whitman in the block.
Timeout taken by the Wolves.
But Napoleon-G-S still got pressure on, and NGS will ask for and receive a Ryan Family Dealership timeout. We'll come back with the last play in the first half here after this break on the PSP Network.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Well, while we were away, not great news for Kidder County is there was a zebra convention, and guess what? They whistled Silbernagel for intentional grounding, and that will set him back 15 yards. You see Dave Silbernagel out there saying, what? That won't make you happy. In all likelihood, this will be the final play here in the first half. Napoleon-G-S been impressive. Hit some big plays tonight. Has the Imperials. Schaffner with 3 touchdowns passing in the first half. Touchdown runs by Bill Schmidt and Bryce Schneider in the first half. Trips to the right. Silbernagel out of the gun. Second down, and we'll call it 25. And it's a quick hitter. They get it out to Donnie Martin. Can't get a block on the edge, and he's hit down. That's going to be a gain of 1 on the play. Kidder County looking for a late hit there, but that one's going to go into the books. A 1-yard completed pass. Silbernagel hits Donnie Martin. And our first half is in the books. 24 complete. And stay tuned. Our Magic Towing halftime report comes up next. When you need a tow, no job too big or too small. It's Magic Towing. Put this number in your phone right now, 701-509-4011. Magic Towing, serving western North Dakota. 34-12 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. We're at halftime from Steele, and the Imperials lead by 22.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
Todd Domery's Anthony Vetter back as it's our Magic Towing halftime report. You blow it, they'll tow it. Call Magic Towing when you need a tow. No job too big or too small. Put this number in your phone right now, 701-509-4011. Magic Towing serving Western North Dakota. Get to a couple things here. We'll have a couple halftime highlights. We'll give you the numbers, and we'll have a BNC scoreboard update too, as there's other games we're tracking on that BNC National Bank scoreboard. We got a big one down in Linton as South Border. Mustangs are taking on the Lions tonight, and got Central McLean and Napoleon-G-S as well in Region 8 action. We'll give you an update on those. But here's your first half numbers as they just introduced the homecoming court here. You had Drew Haar was the king. Young lady, I think it was Mittleiter, was the young lady that was the queen here on homecoming night for the Wolves. They'll have the dance upcoming a little bit later on tonight. Kidder County has 161 yards of offense in the first half. 16 carries for 139 yards on the ground, 22 yards through the air for Silbernagle. 161 yards total offense. Napoleon-G-S has doubled them up. 28 carries for 167 yards and 163 yards passing by Schaffner. 330 yards total offense for Napoleon-G-S. Here's your leaders individually. It looks like this. Tristan Schaffner, 8 carries for 32 yards for the Imperials. Napoleon-G-S led on the ground by Bryce Schneider's 5 carries for 70 yards and a touchdown. Bill Schmidt has a touchdown carry, 15 carries for 65 yards and a TD. And through the air, Schaffner mentioned 163 yards passing in the first half. Oh, that's not right. I'll read that in a second. Bad math by the CPA announcer, yours truly. All right, for the leaders for Kidder County, leading the way on the ground for the Wolves was Mason Whitman, the junior, carries it 10 times for 53 yards. Donovan Martin has 2 carries for 49 yards and a TD run of 39. And Trey Silbernagle with a 45-yard touchdown run. Preston Fisher, 3 carries for a -6. Silbernagle throwing the football, 2 of 4 for 22 yards. The big thing in the first half, penalties, 4 of them for Kidder County, and they had 3 turnovers in the first half, as there was 3 fumbles there. Napoleon-G-S the cleaner team in the first half, as they were penalized 3 times, did not turn it over, didn't punt. Kidder County punted it away 1 time. There's your halftime numbers brought to you by Magic Towing. Take a timeout. We'll come back with a BNC scoreboard update and your highlights from the first half here on the PSP Network. Magic Towing halftime report rolls on after this break on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Todd Dahmer's Anthem, you better back at halftime. It's our Magic Towing halftime report. You blow it, you'll tow it. Magic Towing serving Western North Dakota. On your next tow, mention the PSP Network and get $50 off that tow from the good folks at Magic Towing. I got a BNC scoreboard update here, but first, here's a couple highlights from the first half. It's our first 2 touchdowns of the evening. Toss it wide side to him. They cut inside, the board and first. There goes Martin. He dashes to the 30, dashes to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdowns! And the Wolves were out strong. They blocked it up nice. They cut inside, and there goes Martin. He dashes to the 30. Kidder County He's happy with
The
how
Imperials
came
came
right
right
back.
back.
Now back to pass.
Throwing
Schaffer
over the
off
middle. This
back
time they
foot,
got Weigel.
found
This
a
time he catches it, and he is
Mason
wide open,
Weigel.
and he is gone.
Nobody around him.
County's happy with
And
how
that
they're
was a
playing defense.
43-yard
pass.
touchdown
Throwing over
pass.
the middle. This time they
Schaffer
got
to
Weigel. This time he catches it, and he is wide
And
open,
there's
and
your
he
halftime
is
highlights brought to you
gone.
by Kidder Magic Towing. BNC scoreboard update. BNC National Bank, locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, Arizona. They provide you with banking and wealth management services for your business and family. Visit BNC Bank online today at bnc.bank. A couple games going on in Region 7 and 8. Region 8 is the region that these two teams are in. South Border is taking one on the chin tonight. Linton HMB up 40-13. And Central McLean is shutting out New Salem Elmont 20-0. Region 7 scores. Hettinger Scranton leads Beach 8-0. Grant County Flasher 14-8 over Hettinger County. And no report in from Standing Rock at Richardson Taylor. There's your BNC scoreboard update at halftime. And Mock puts a boot into it, and we are underway in the second half. It evades Donnie Martin, and it goes into the end zone. And a touchback will get us started here for Kidder County.
Makes its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Wolves will start at their 20.
Well, I said at halftime I was going to find out who scored that final touchdown for NGS, but hey, when you're a one-man band and you're cutting highlights, figuring out scores from around the area, and tallying up the stats at halftime, yeah, I didn't have a chance to do that, so it's on the to-do list. We will figure that out before we sign off tonight. Matter of fact, the next break, I will try to effort that. Let's see what kind of adjustments these two teams make as Kidder County lines it up 1st and 10 from their 20. And they get back to basics. Straight ahead run there for Mason Whitman.
Brings up 2nd down.
Picks up 1. And Mason Weigel with the tackle. Whitman is up to 54 yards rushing now on 11 attempts. 2nd and 9 from the 21-yard line. A nice crowd has filed in. A lot of folks on the track. As Kidder County gives it off to Preston Fisher. He's been the guy that I think if you're Kidder County, you want to get going. And 3 carries for a -6. It's his best gallop of the night there as he picks up 4. Sets up 3rd down and 5. Kidder County, ball control offense, looking to move the chains. Preston Fisher, the speed guy, and a kickoff return for a touchdown earlier against Hettinger County. Special teams TD. There goes Whitman, and he burrows his way for a 1st down. It's a quick 10, right up the gut, gashing that Imperial defense for a double-figure run. 10 yards and a new set of downs. I was wondering what the teams will do at halftime. Of course, Kidder County had a couple guys who was in the homecoming court, so not everybody was listening to the halftime instructions. Drew Haar is one of those guys, starting offensive lineman, was also starting left guard, and he's also the homecoming king. 1st and 10, toss wide side. Here comes Donnie Martin. Oh, about that block on the edge. Oh, and a good tackle in space there by Alexis Schneider. Cuts down Donnie Martin after a gain of 5. But Kidder County with some productive runs here to start our second half of play. Kidder County got touchdowns in that first half from Donnie Martin. You saw that one. And then late in the first half, at the 3:19 mark, Trey Silbernagel on his only carry of the contest went 45 yards to pay dirt. 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Silbernagel looking deep for Donnie Martin, and in and out of his hands. In and out of his hands at the 30-yard line.
3rd down.
That was close. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay of that one. Kidder County doesn't throw it very much. But Silbernagel had time. Just about put this one on the money. Ooh, right through the mitts. Couldn't hit the big one. That would have been a big gainer. Silbernagle now 2 of 5 in the contest. Looks like they're changing the play at the line of scrimmage. They got it 3rd down and 5 from their own 40 from the near side hash mark. Long count, handoff, Whitman, 1st down. Good ankle tackle again by Lexus Schneider. She got down low and tackled a hard guy to bring down. Mason Whitman picks up 7, however, and that will be a 1st down. And back-to-back 1st downs, new set of downs. They move the chains. And the Wolves on the move, nearing midfield at their own 47-yard line. Fisher fakes some motion. Whitman straight ahead running. Pushes the pile ahead for a couple before he's wrapped up there by Hunter Grenz.
Brings up 2nd down.
This is exactly the MO for Kidder County. They want to have ball control, take time off the clock, keep a high-powered offense like Napoleon-G-S off the field. Whitman with 5 on 1st down. This time it goes to Fisher, and he is slung down. Slung down in the backfield by Eli Ketterling. And you got a couple guys down. This would be an injury timeout. Let's see if we can get your Ryan Family Dealership replay of that stamp job as they fake a couple guys different directions. They hand it off on the misdirection. Oh, nice play. Nice play to wrap up. Hard guy to bring down in Preston Fisher, and Ketterling did that nicely, and it looks like Fisher is the injured guy down as Ketterling got up late after the TFL. Fisher loses a couple. And I don't know if that's an ankle injury or what, but that's a tough one on homecoming night when you got the dance coming up in a few hours. So we'll take an injury timeout brought to you by Ryan Family Dealership. Get an update on your injured player. Looks like Preston Fisher for Kidder County. PNC Bank scoreboard with 8:29 to play 3rd quarter. Napoleon-G-S on top of Kidder County, 34-12.
Property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation. ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling. It's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
That Preston Fisher gets some help off the field. And another handoff straight ahead. And cutting his way in for a couple was Whitman, wrapped up by the defensive end, Andre Dahl. Whitman picks up 3. 15 carries, now 79 yards for the junior running back Mason Whitman. Andre Dahl brings him down there. Kidder County facing now a 4th down and 8 from near midfield. Already the 11th play of this drive. It's eaten up half of the 3rd quarter, the opening drive. Let's see if the Wolves can pick up a 1st down. Silbenagel back to pass. Launches it high in the air for Bryce Larson, and that's incomplete.
Pass falls incomplete.
Looking for his big tight end, and Silbenagel can't connect, and a turnover on downs will bring out the Napoleon-G-S offense. Napoleon-G-S in that first half, scoring plays. Schaffner to Weigel, the TD pass from 43 yards out. Then they did it again. Schaffner to Weigel, and then you get a Bryce Schneider 37-yard touchdown run. Bill Schmidt from 1 yard out. And Schaffner hits somebody. It was either Weigel or Ketterling. We'll figure that out exactly as soon as we have a break in the action. Kidder County goes to Bill Schmidt, and he is stuck.
Schmidt on the carry, met in the backfield by Lincoln Harder.
Lincoln Harder
Loss of 2
doing the honors.
2nd down.
Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay of that big stick. Handoff goes to Schmidt. He's been the workhorse. And look at that play. Whoom! That's what you call filling a hole right there for Lincoln Harder. Bill Schmidt goes back a couple. Fumble in the backfield, and Napoleon-G-S just has to fall on it. Bill Schmidt's going to be the unlucky one there that's going to get about a loss of 7.
Loss of 7 on the play will bring up 3rd down.
And now it's 3rd down and long. Yeah, my math was a little bit bad. I gave you the halftime stats, and instead of 163 yards passing for Tristan Schaffner, it was 113 yards passing. I beg your pardon on that. 280 yards of total offense in the first half for Napoleon-G-S instead of the 330 that I had him tallied for. 6 minutes to play 3rd quarter. Back to pass on 3rd and a mile. Schaffner rifles it over the middle, and he's got a man. First down completion to Bryce Schneider. That was a dart.
Pass is complete, good for an Imperials. 1st down.
Put it on a line, did Schaffner, and a third and long conversion ends up being a 28-yard completion. Schneider's first catch of the night goes for a new set of downs. And now Napoleon-G-S is going to spread you out. Twins left, twins right. 1st and 10 from the 28. Handoff straight ahead. There goes Ketterling. Gets a block on the edge. Dances at the 15. Powers his way down to the 10. And Napoleon-G-S is moving down to the 14-yard line. 14 yards for Eli Ketterling. Just his 2nd carry of the season. Ketterling had, I'll check that, he had 4 carries for not very many yards. Ketterling rushing the football in the season, 4 for 3 yards. He gets it again, and he is a load. Right between the tackles goes Ketterling, and he's got 5. 2 carries in successive fashion for big Eli Ketterling, 6'2", 220.
With a gain of 7 brings up 2nd down.
And into the Serve Pro red zone goes Napoleon-G-S. The Imperials looking for more. Serve Pro, trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. 2nd down and 3 with 5 to play here in the 3rd. In the red zone, Napoleon spreads you out, but they'll hand it off. Ketterling's got a, it opens up, and the big fella rumbles into the end zone untouched, and Napoleon-G-S puts on 6 more. 7-yard TD run. How about those 3 runs for Eli Ketterling? Here's a Ryan Family Dealership replay of that touchdown. Watch the Red Sea open here. Spread you out with a couple receivers left and right. Ketterling makes 1-man miss, and then there was nobody there that wanted to tackle big number 23. Here's the 2-point conversion, low snap. Handoff Ketterling. This time he is hemmed in. 2-point conversion, no good, but we got a touchdown timeout on the field. 4:54 to play, 3rd quarter. Napoleon-G-S cruising. They lead 40-12 over Kidder County. Touchdown timeout here on the PSP Network.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
You have built an amazing life by working hard and doing your job well. Delivering financial advice is what we do well. At Ameriprise Financial, our job is to use our skills, experience, and research to help you become more successful in today's economy. What we want you to walk away from each encounter with is satisfaction in knowing that together, we've done what we can to help you work toward a better future.
There's the ensuing kickoff by Mock. Southpaw puts a boot into it, fielded by Fisher at the 20. 25-30, skips through a tackle at the 35, 40, makes another man miss. Still on his feet at the 45-50. Now he's got space into Imperial's territory. That's a nice return there.
Takes it all the way to the Imperial 46-yard line.
Preston Fisher's down again, but yeah, he's a warrior. Big return there of 37 yards. Sets up Kidder County, 1st and 10 in Imperial's territory, and we got an injury timeout on the field. Ryan Family Dealership brings you this timeout, 40-12. Napoleon-G-S on top here in Steele.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold up. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know.
I told you I was going to figure out who scored that touchdown for NGS. The Napoleon fans probably had it already figured out, but none other than Bryce Schneider. Hand off to Whitman, nothing doing straight ahead.
Whitman on the carry, no gain on the play. Second down.
So Bryce Schneider with a receiving touchdown and a passing touchdown, or a rushing touchdown tonight. Mason Whitman lost one on the play. 18 carries, check that, 16 carries for 78 yards. And another handoff to Whitman, tries the left side. And he's met and hit there.
2 brings up 3rd down.
Like Grenz and Ketterling on the stick for the Imperials. And now you got 3rd down and 8 for Kidder County in Imperial territory. They'll bunch you up. And back to pass. Sobernagel is going to be evading tacklers, and now he's going to be sacked. Sacked in the backfield.
Sobernagel brought down in the backfield.
Looks like
4th
that's...
down.
Well, the yellow numbers are hard for this old eyes broadcaster to see, but I think that was, I think that's Hoberg. Jack Hoberg, your nose tackle with the sack. Silbernagel will lose 2 on the carry. Fans, today's game also brought to you in part by Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. Enjoy professional treatment and a fun, relaxed atmosphere. Check them out at minotbraces.com. 4th down and 11 with 2.5 to play here in the 3rd quarter. The Wolves are going to go for it. They motion. They'll hand it off straight ahead. They try to fake them out, and the Imperials weren't buying it. Whitman picks up a couple, and that's going to be a turnover on downs, and Kidder County has had a couple drives here in the second half where they have moved the football, but we said one of the Northern Plains Heating and Air keys of the game was, man, they're going to have to convert. They're going to have to convert 3rd downs and 4th downs, and just hasn't been enough of it tonight for the Kidder County Wolves. And now with 2:28 to play in the 3rd quarter, we're almost into that running clock situation. If Napoleon-G-S puts another one in here, you'll be at that 30-point mark where the clock will continue to run. Schaffner fakes it to Schneider. Schaffner running straight ahead. He's into Wolves territory. Ankle tackle there by Grady Larson.
Tackle made by number 11, Grady Larson.
Larson knocks him down, but Schaffner picks up 7. Tristan Schaffner now 9 carries, 39 yards to go along with 141 yards passing. Just getting up close to 200 yards of total offense. It looks like Napoleon-G-S is just going to maybe let this thing run down here and call a timeout. No single yet as Coach McCleary just standing there having a conversation with the white hat, and now you do get a Ryan Family Dealership timeout on the field. 40-12 on your BNC Bank scoreboard, waning moments of third quarter here from Steele.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Back in action out of the Kelly McCleary timeout. 40-12. Napoleon-G-S leads Kidder County here on the PSP Network. Option play. They pitch it in space to Schmidt, making a couple people miss, and now he scampers for a first down. Wrapped up by Harder, but Bill Schmidt worked hard. He ends up picking up 10, but man, he made a lot of miles to get those 10 yards. That guy's a water bug. He is tough to tackle in space. He's got 18 carries, 66 yards in the contest. And now a team that likes to speed it up. Napoleon-G-S here leading by 28 late in the third quarter. Now they're taking their time. Play clock down inside of 10 every time they're snapping the clock. Or you see that play clock on your BNC National Bank scoreboard as Schneider will run it. Angling for the boundary, he gets down inbounds. He picks up a couple. Knocked down there by Drew Haar, the homecoming king. And we mentioned the night for Bryce Schneider. He's got 8 carries now for 73 yards and a touchdown. And he's got 2 catches for 38 yards and a TD as well. Handoff, Schmidt. Oh, he's stuck, but he spins off of it. No, that's not Schmidt. I think that was Bryce Schneider again.
Gain of 7 results in an Imperials first down.
Yep, Bryce Schneider. To get the binoculars out to figure that one out as Schneider picks up 7. I don't know if it's hard for anybody else, but those white jerseys with the yellow numerals, those do not stand out for myself, and the waning moments of the third quarter here will expire. We've finished 3 from Mark Abbott Field in Steele, North Dakota. 40-12. Napoleon-G-S cruising here over Kidder County.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Good to have you turned into the PSP Network tonight. We like to promote local athletes. Be sure to like and follow us on our social media channels of Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Find out where we're going to be next. Triple header of football tonight. I don't even think I've shown you the other action going on this evening. Is got Minot at West Fargo, also on the PSP Network, and in the capital city, West Fargo, Cheyenne, and Century doing battle. Bunch of ranked teams there. Is Bryce Schneider, oh, he is hogtied. Big Brody Schoenart enveloped him.
No gain on the play, brings up second down.
No gain on the play. That freshman's had a good night tonight. Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay of that wrap up. Handoff to Schneider, and then he didn't go anywhere. Once big number 58 gets his paws on you and his 309 pounds on you, you go down. It was 1st and 10, now 2nd and 10, or maybe a long 9 for Napoleon Gackle-Streeter. Schaffner will hand it off and shutting off a couple tacklers. Now the ball came loose. Ball is loose. And a wrestling match at the bottom.
On the play recovered by the offense.
I think Bill Schmidt recovered it.
Third down.
Let's get your Ryan Family Dealership replay of that. It looked like Napoleon Gackle-Streeter was going to cough it up. Handoff to Schmidt, and ball comes out. Then there's a battle for it. Somehow that ends up back in the hands of Bill Schmidt. I have no idea how. 3rd and long now for the Imperials. Jackson Piot split wide to the right. Alexis Schneider wide to the left. Get that play clock down inside of 10. Now Schaffner goes into action. Tristan has the snap back. Option it. Bill Schmidt in space. He is loose. 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
For another Imperials touchdown.
Bill Schmidt rambles in from 25 yards out, and Napoleon Gackle-Streeter has punched in one more, and the Imperials are cruising. I'm going to see if this is forward or backwards. Ooh, that's a little backwards, so we're going to give that a rush to Schmidt. How about that evasiveness? And then the burst to get to the pylon. Schmidt with his 2nd touchdown rushing. Now he's got 92 yards on the evening. And Napoleon Gackle-Streeter will go for 2. Schmidt flanking Schaffner. They motion Piot's. Try to hit Piot. Schaffner running, lofting it to the corner. Piot's couldn't get it. Yeah, sorry that one got outside of our view of... sometimes the press boxes are just that ever so angle. You can't get all the pylons, and couldn't see that one, but it was just a little bit too tall for Jackson Piotz. But the 25-yard touchdown run for Bill Schmidt puts us into a running clock situation when we come back. Napoleon Gackle-Streeter cruising to win number 4 on the season. We're back after this touchdown timeout on the PSP Network.
The best part about working at BNC National Bank is developing relationships.
I love working with people.
We've been here for over 25 years.
We've grown just like our communities we're in.
But we still have that personal connection with our customers.
And that's why we can find the best solutions for them.
It feels great seeing projects around the community and knowing we're a small part of making that happen.
We're helping people buy their first homes.
Plan for the future.
From startups to big business.
We're part of the community.
And we're proud of it.
Yours truly, BNC.
Well, while we have a second, let's see if we can effort you another BNC scoreboard update here. BNC National Bank, locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. Find them online at bnc.bank.
Larson and Martin back to receive for the
Central McLean has increased their lead to 26-0 over New Salem Elmont. Linton HMB big over South Border, 48-13. Kickoff fielded there by Bryce Larson.
Larson brings it out to the 33-yard
Good return for him, and well, we might get some new folks in here. Oh, not quite yet. Looks like that starting unit is still out there for Kidder County. Napoleon-G-S got touchdowns on the ground here in the second half. Ketterling from 7 yards out in the third quarter, and Bill Schmidt just put us into a running clock situation as Napoleon-G-S leads 46-12 on your BNC National Bank scoreboard. Silbernagel lines up, and they'll hand it off to Mason Whitman. Tries the right side. Wrapped up and twirled down there.
Whitman with the gain of 3 on the carry. Brings up second down.
They're going to give that tackle there to Big Andre Dahl, 215-pound sophomore defensive end. Hey fans, we can tell you tonight's game brought to you in part by Minot State. 100 areas of study at MSU. Be seen, be heard, be you at Minot State University. Planet Pizza brings you tonight's game. Try the blue buffalo or the plain cheese. Serving the Magic City for over 25 years. Whitman picks up 4. They give it to him again. He was going forward, went backwards, and he's going to lose a yard. Good pursuit there by Napoleon-G-S.
No gain on the play, brings up third down.
Whitman just carried it his 21st. Check that, his 19th and 20th times of the contest. For 85 yards. Tonight's game also brought to you in part by Northern Plains Heating and Air. 25 years experience as your heating and air experts. Find them online at northern-plains.com. Napoleon-G-S with 5 guys in that line of scrimmage, and a flag flies in.
Number 16, Tatum Jasper on the carry. Gain 6. There is a flag on the play.
Tatum Jasper got his first carry of the night. Flag is going to be a hold.
Holding on the offense.
Tatum Jasper, the sophomore running back.
Third down.
5'10", 155-pounder. And Kidder County gets set back 10 on the hold. That's their 5th penalty of the night. For 50 yards. 5 penalties, 50 yards whistled against the Wolves tonight. Stay tuned. Our planning team financial advisor, Shots Crossroads post-game show, comes up next. Silbernagel under pressure. He's going to have to scramble. Now he's got some space. He just gets the angle of the boundary. Gets out to the 34-yard line. What happened to my down and distance on the scoreboard?
Silbernagel with the carry.
Guy decided to exit stage left.
4th down.
So that's why on our scoreboard it says something and nothing. They stopped putting it on the scoreboard. I don't know if anybody's even paying attention. Silbernagel picks up 5. Sets up 4th down and 8. Kidder County's got those plays on their wristbands. And instead, you're going to get a Ryan Family Dealership timeout on the field. We break. 4th quarter action here from Steel tonight. 9-man Region 8 football. Napoleon-G-S big over Kidder County, 46-12. Look at that moon. low and orange tonight. Oh, there's a bad snap. On 4th and long, Silbernagel has to go bad to get it, and he is swallowed up. Going to be a sack on the play. Ketterling in the vicinity, along with, I don't think that was Andre Dahl. I think that was 44. Might be Mason Feist or might be Wyatt Lane getting some action in there tonight. And Napoleon Gackel-Streeter is going to take over. I wonder how much more you're going to see of the starting unit as Silbernagel is sacked down for a big loss on the play of 15. And indeed, you do have a new QB out there. It's Bryce Schneider taking the snaps. Handoff goes to Jackson Piatz. Line of scrimmage was the 15, and Piatz going to dart his way close to the 10. So I think the night is over for the number ones for Napoleon Gackel-Streeter. Maybe the line's still out there, but Piatz has his first carry of the night. And Bryce Schneider's gotten some action in mop-up duty. Hands it off Piatz again. Squeezes through a lane. Close to first down yardage. Markham just shy. Oh, maybe they're going to give it to him. Nope. Markham down a yard short. Piatz picks up 9 yards on those 2 carries. And it brings up 3rd down and short. The clock now under 5 minutes to play in the contest. Schneider has the snap. Handoff, Piatz, and he hits pay dirt. Napoleon Gackel-Streeter tacks on one more, and they pick up a 50 spot tonight. The Imperials get a touchdown run there from Jackson Piatz from 5 yards out. Here's a Ryan Family Dealership replay of that one. And the Wolves didn't put up much duress there. Look at that hole. Piatz scampers through it. Here's your 2-point conversion. They give it off to Piatz, and right back into the end zone he goes, but a flag flies in. Let's sort this out.
2-point conversion converted. There's a flag on the play.
Well, it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct on Kidder County.
Unsportsmanlike on Kidder County.
Penalty goes against the Wolves, the 2-point conversion, and the touchdown will stand. Jackson Piatz has a TD, and that's his 4th of the season. And we have a touchdown timeout. 54-12, Napoleon Gackel-Streeter cruising here in Steele.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Jersey Mike slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny? Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
kickoff got to the end zone. Then it came out. Mason Whitman picks it up. He's cut down at about the 15-yard line. Oh, mark him down at the 10.
Return brings it out to the Kidder County 10-yard line.
That one had some backspin on it. As I was getting ready for the game, one thing brought back into my memory bank is I got to cover Napoleon-G-S when they won the state titles in 2006 and 2011, back to that 2006 team. I was getting ready for the game, and we got conflicting reports on their running back, James Lear. And so he's out there warming up and stretching, and so I yelled out there, I said, hey, James, what's going on? Is it Lear or Lear? He looks at this buddy that's stretching him, and he says, what should I go with tonight? So apparently, depending on which side of Highway 3 you grew up on in Napoleon, on one side of the road, it's Lear. On the other side, it's Lear. And so he picked one of them. I don't remember what it was. It's 18 years ago, but that story will run with me because that's the you've been around Linton enough, and you have the bushes and the bosches. It's kind of the same thing. Whichever side of the town you grew up on, it's one thing or the other. I guess the same thing plays down in the Napoleon area. So Kidder County gets a run on first down, positive gain of 6. Silbernagel bobbles the snap momentarily, picks it up, and he turns out a first down. Yes, he's carrying people. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys it took to bring him down. And Trey Silbernagel has a first down. Well, you got some new guys in the backfield there that will set those guys in just a second. Silbernagel with a straight ahead handoff.
Router with the carry.
And
Gain of 7 on the play.
second carry. Second carry there for Lucas Rauda. Picked up 5 on his first carry and give him 7 on his second one. 2 carries for 12 yards for him. Motion and a toss. Oh, nice pickup. Oh, but a good play in the backfield. Oh, and then you get a hit. There's Bryce Schneider again. That guy's been making plays all night.
Number 15, Quincy Welder with the carry.
Quincy Welder has the carry.
Third down.
No gain for Welder as you see Quincy Welder out there now in the backfield. You got Lucas Rauder in the backfield. And you got Taden Jasper as well. Guys toting the rock late here as we're down to 1:10 to play in the contest. Again, stay tuned. Our planning team financial advisor Shots Crossroads postgame show comes up next. Motion and a toss wide side. Jasper picks it up and he's dropped.
Jasper with the carry.
And a fumble on the play recovered by Napoleon-G-S. A couple kneel downs, and this baby is going to go final. It's the 4th turnover night against Kidder County. And now you're going to get another Bryce Schneider snap, it looks like here. And then we'll get organized for our planning team financial advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show. We'll give you the final numbers. We'll give you our MVP of the game tonight. And we'll get you our move of the game, brought to you by Serve Pro. Schneider does indeed take a knee, and that's going to be the last snap of the contest. And this one goes final. Kidder County falls to 0-5 on the season. Napoleon-G-S moves to 4-1. Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame comes up next. Final score on your BNC Bank scoreboard. Napoleon-G-S 54, Kidder County 12. Stay tuned. Postgame comes up next here on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of Finrun Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
When facing disaster, it's not just the things we lose, but the memories. But there's hope. ServPro, with decades of experience in Minot and Bismarck, is always ready. Our certified professionals don't just restore homes, they rebuild lives. Because to us, you're not just a client, you're family.
Shields Visa is more than just a card. It's the freedom to go. It's a gateway to explore and do more of what you love. Imagine where the Shields Visa can take you. So join us in discovering endless possibilities. Shields Visa. Together, we've got this.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right.
Well, look at that. I do make some mistakes once in a while. We have that score flipped around. Well, we'll get that fixed real gently here. They unplugged the scoreboard, so we'll get that squared away. Napoleon-G-S wins this one 54-12. We're on our planning team financial advisors. Shots Crossroads post-game show. Planning team financial advisors helping clients work towards financial freedom. And Shots Crossroads, your post-game headquarters. You can order online at shotscrossroads.com. We'll get you a BNC scoreboard update here. We'll get you your move of the game, MVP of the game. Might even get a post-game interview here if we're lucky enough. As first off, let's go through the final numbers as Kidder County led tonight with 85 yards of rushing by Mason Whitman. Jasper has a carry, Rauda has a carry late. Donovan Martin had a TD rush and 52 yards. Silbernagel had 5 carries, 47 yards and a touchdown. Preston Schaffner with 5 carries, no gain. Silbernagel throwing the football 2 of 6 for 22 yards tonight. Kidder County fumbled 4 times tonight. That was the big thing. They were penalized 6 times, punted once in the contest. For Napoleon-G-S, they improved to 4-1 on the season. Tristan Schaffner rushes it 9 times for 39 yards. Bill Schmidt, 92 yards and 2 TDs on the ground. Bryce Schneider with 81 yards rushing and a TD. Jackson Piotz with 3 carries for 15 yards and a touchdown. And Eli Ketterling, 3 carries for 26 yards and a touchdown. So Schaffner only completed or attempted 1 pass in the second half. So it was a complete ground game in the second stanza. And Kidder County racks up about 250 yards rushing tonight to go along with 140 yards passing. So just shy of 500 yards total offense tonight. Schaffner throws it 8 of 13 tonight, 141 yards and 3 touchdowns. Bryce Schneider had one of those TDs. Lexus Schneider had a grab. Schneider had 2 catches. Eli Ketterling had a catch. Mason Weigel had 3 catches and 2 TDs tonight. Bill Schmidt had 1 grab as well. All right, let's get you that BNC scoreboard update and track the other games that we were following tonight in 9-man football in the state of North Dakota. Some of these have gone final. So Central McLean has shut out New Salem Elmont 34-0. And it's final down in Linton. Linton HMB has taken care of South Border 48-13. That one has gone final as well. All right, fans, as we continue here on our planning team financial advisor Shots Crossroads postgame show, your postgame headquarters. Well, you know what? Yeah, let's do this right now as we're lucky enough to have Tristan Schaffner joining us on the postgame. So let's see if we can get this to work, Tristan. Look at that. There we are in the postgame. Hey, nice game tonight, Tristan.
Thank you.
How'd that feel?
Great.
He had to come in to steal and get out of here with a W on their homecoming night. And it's a rivalry game, right? I mean, it's only 30 yards that separate these guys. So I'm sure this is a game that you had on the schedule and you wanted to come in here and play well.
100%, especially coming off of last when we were down. But
we knew we had to come out with fire. And we made sure we did that.
So you guys had the running game going tonight. You rushed for over 250 yards, but I want to talk to you about the play action because that was working tonight. And you got Mason a couple times early, and that kind of set the tone for the contest. What was working on those plays specifically?
As long as my running back, Bill Schmidt, he leads through there just like as if it's a run play. And our line, they block it so great. I can't even do anything without them. The line is everything to me. So Mason, I'm so glad he's on my team so that he can run our routes for us.
Well, it was a committee effort tonight on the ground. I mean, you had it going on. Bill had it going on. You got Eli coming in there late. Bryce had a nice night on the ground. I mean, it seemed like everybody gave the ball to. Credit to the Hogs, but everybody was running the ball well tonight.
Oh, yeah. We came out here with fire, and we made sure they wanted to show who we are, and we did that because they wanted to show that they are something.
Well, and for you coming back off an injury from last year where you played a game and then you kind of had to sit the dang thing out, how much is it important for you and gratifying for you to be here now contributing all the way through the season?
So much, because I know I hurt my team last year doing that, just obviously not on purpose, but I knew that this is my year to finally give them a good year. Like, we don't have to rebuild. We can finally show people what we have.
You got a tough road to hoe coming up here. You got 3 tough games left in the region, and but hey, you're 4-1 in the season now, and good things ahead, right, for Napoleon?
For sure.
Hey, congratulations, Tristan. Great game tonight.
Thank you very much.
All right, buddy. That's Tristan Schaffner joining us on the postgame. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more on our planning team financial advisors. Shots Crossroads postgame as we roll on and conclude this one from Steele.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Now we're back on our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show. Planning Team Financial Advisors here to help you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online at planningteam.com. And Shots Crossroads gets filled up in their delicious menu that includes the famous 99. Order online at shotscrossroads.com. A couple things for us to tidy up here. We mentioned that BNC scoreboard update. Big wins tonight for Central McLean and Linton HMB as they stay undefeated in conference play. And it's time now for our move of the game, brought to you by Serve Pro, where they got trained technicians, advanced technology, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. Well, this play happened in the fourth quarter, and it was just one of many big runs tonight for none other than Bill Schmidt. Finishes with 92 yards on the ground. The final 25 came right here. Here's your Serve Pro move of the game. Watch this little toss. I had to decide if this was a forward pass. Would have been Schaffner's 4th touchdown of the night, but I said that was a lateral, and there goes Bill Schmidt. Nobody was getting to him as he scampers to the pylon. Schmidt in from 25 yards out, his 2nd touchdown rushing tonight. There's your Serve Pro move of the game. Trained technicians, fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. All right, here's our upcoming schedule. Actually, our schedule is completed for the week. I didn't put next week's schedule on there. I beg your pardon. So we had a triple header of football tonight, but that's what it looked like on the PSP network. And we gave you the BNC scoreboard update. So our last thing to do here, folks, is to give you our MVP of the contest tonight. Brought to you by Sport Clips. They keep you looking your best. Check online with a hairstylist today at sportclips.com. And hey, it's playing defense. It's now back to pass, throwing over the middle. This time they got Weigel. This time he catches it, and he is wide open, and he is gone. Kidder County's happy with how they're playing quarterback Tristan now back to pass, throwing over the middle. This time they got Weigel. This time he catches it, and he is wide open, and he is gone. So it's a trifecta of now back to pass, throwing over the middle. This time they got Weigel. This time he catches it, and he is wide open, and he is gone. Tristan Schaffner happy with how they're playing defense. Now back to pass, throwing over the middle. This time they got Weigel. This time he of the contest. Sport Clips home to that MVP haircut experience. Nothing close to that experience at Sport Clips, and congratulations. Tonight's game MVPs, Schmidt, Schaffner, and Weigel. Sounds like a law firm from down in Napoleon, Gackle Streeter. All right, fans, hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight. Big thanks to all of our in-game sponsors, including BNC National Bank, for bringing our scoreboard tonight. Pregame sponsor was a Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Timeouts and replays brought to you by Ryan Family Dealership, our Serve Pro Red Zone, and also our Serve Pro Move of the Game. Halftime report brought to you by Magic Towing. Our postgame, as always, brought to you by Planning Team Financial Advisors and Shots Crossroads. Player of the game brought to you by Sport Clips, and our Move of the Game brought to you by Serve Pro. That'll put a wrap on it tonight from 9-man football action tonight at Mark Abbott Field. Todd Domrys for Anthony Vetter, repeating your final score. Napoleon Gackel-Streeter improves to 4-1 in the season with a convincing 54-12 victory over the Kidder County Wolves. Thanks for joining us, and until next time, so long from Steele, North Dakota.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by